8 trips for this particular line. Now, the positive spins that we have realized around this line is that we are moving around 10,000 passengers a day, which is a positive turnout that we have realized. Now, what that says to Gauteng as a whole, you would remember that Mabopane on average were moving around 7,000 a day. The leading one in Gauteng is Pinasport, we're moving around 15,000 a day. And then Soulsville, it is around 8,000 a day. Develd, it's 8. So this one is coming in turn. Around Joburg, on average per day, we are moving 42,000 passengers on a daily basis. So it's a positive strides that we have realized lately with the rebuilding program. And I must confirm that the customers are also happy with the service. And I know that lately there's been quite a lot of issues around the do's and don'ts on the trains. But we will engage further to see how best can we be able to accommodate the customers on board. So, Minister, the rebuilding work is in progress. Some of the lines that are in Gauteng specifically are receiving the necessary attention, the likes of Renacheng, the Davidtons, and the Randfonteins and so forth. They're already on the plan to make sure that we give clear timelines for the coming year to make sure that we serve the citizens of this particular province. Now, you will note that there are key lines that are still coming, Minister, which is the Pretoria up to connect the vet site, old vets, as well as the Leralla side of it. What we are still dealing with there, it is the issue of the substations that were a bit behind. But we did meet the CEO of Eskom 2 weeks back to see how best can we get together. I realized that yesterday. I realized that he has decided to leave. But I think we have made a good progress. There are teams that are working to actually get the substations up and running so that we can be able to connect Pretoria and Johannesburg. That is basically that around this particular achievement, Minister, that I can confirm to you today. And I think we'll actually share more when we get to Park Station around the other development. Thanks a lot, Minister. And I hope you'll enjoy the ride to Johannesburg. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, Ntate Malfani, the DG, and everybody around here, and the MEC. This recovery project is very important, and we're registering good sense of goodwill from the passenger side. You can see that this place was completely vandalized. The most important thing is the protection. We do this work and then 5 months down the line, we cannot go back. We can't now, put our eyes off the ball. Pedal. Wire. This is sustainable. We saw in Mabopane, it's working everywhere. So corridor by corridor, this is very important achievement. But we're coming back now with new experience, determination, good management style, and looking after the passengers as well, because the numbers are going to grow rapidly. So that's what we need, and so on. So I think people were very happy, and the response have been quite positive. In terms of the recovery, because we did say to the people who will come back, they never believed. And then we are here now. And we're still saying we have not arrived. This is just the beginning. The important work is ahead of us. So Malefani, the management of PRASA, the chair of the board, meeting the deadlines has been important for me, And we quarreled about it, and I know we should have long recovered this line. This work should have long been done. This year, actually, we should just be talking about intensification. We are really behind on our commitments. I had to put a lot of pressure on you guys to get to where we are, but the response, I'm happy about getting the trains going. That's what is important. Thank you very much.
The information we just got, and surely we would want this to grow. I moved around earlier. I arrived here at 6, Minister. So I think there's also economic opportunities around where the station is and around the railway itself. So I think our people should take advantage of those opportunities. So thank you very much, and we are hoping that the service will grow bigger and bigger, and our people will benefit more. Thanks.
Thanks a lot, Minister. I'm not alone. I'm with the Gauteng management. I would like the regional manager of Gauteng just to share a few things. This is an opportunity. Come to Park Station. You are off the hook. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Tate Malefane. Welcome, Minister. I'm not familiar with protocols, so I'll say all protocols observed, just to make sure that.
Acknowledging your bosses will cost you your job.
Yes. Thanks, Minister, the chair, everyone who's here. Minister, it took us a journey to arrive where we are, understanding the challenges that we faced. And then I think as Gauteng, we made a commitment that we're going to turn Gauteng blue by the blue of PRASA, the People's Train. We are doing away with the old fleet because we have a belief that the investment that we have put in these new trains, we need to get the returns. I just want to give a view around the train itself. It's a very modern train, different braking capabilities. It can accelerate rapidly and decelerate rapidly. On safety features, we have cameras on board. Our driver, our metro guard is able to see what's happening in every coach. We have deployment of the rail police. We have deployment of our own police. In an event where there is a situation, they are easily activated to respond. It's one of the features that we want to guarantee at least safety, so that people, the modern commuters who carry laptops, who carry iPhones, they can then enjoy the ride without any fear. Those are some of the features that we brought in terms of safety. Doors, you stand between doors, the train will not move. We've put in also the emergency activation. In event of emergency, we have emergency switches that passengers can use. Once you pull it, it stops. Then you are given the necessary attention. If it's medical, we are able to arrange going forward. There's quite a lot that still needs to be done. I think our key issue, Minister, is to focus on the protection of the network through technology, the walling, and so on. In the Mabopane, we have already appointed. We are bringing a different type of walling that it will take quite an army to break it down. So those are the features that we are bringing. Overall, in Gauteng, with the 3 corridors, we have introduced Pinasport, we've introduced Mabopane, we've introduced De Veld recently. We are now having Sourceville running, and we've appointed RNC, which is our sister Transnet, to assist us with the second line to improve capacity. Specifically for Naledi, the view is that work is not yet done. We still have to increase capacity. As Ntate Malefane stated, we are increasing come Monday, and come January, anticipating the volumes will further increase the capacity. So that's where we are, and then we are hope to deliver more for the passengers, and I'll leave it there. Otherwise, in the Malefane, we are good to go. Just one thing, this train in itself, it gives us a reliability of, from a reliability point of view, compared to the old fleet, we are sitting at a 95% reliability. In fact, specific to this line, we've been running consistently around more than 96% on time. We were challenged by the floods last week, but we have a team that is working on those floods. So the reliability is high, and then hence we want to deploy in Gauteng, the Blue Fleet, so that we are able to attract the patronage, but also offer a decent service, where now we are able to then say, at most, once you are in the system, we guarantee that we will arrive on time. I thank you, Ntate Malefa, and I thank you, Minister, for that.
So the trains are running on time?
Trains are running on time, Minister.
Okay. Punctuality is good, Minister.
Yeah, punctuality is key. I think the only thing that we are still left with is the issue of speed. You would note, I think the issue of speed, let me just touch on it. We will note that with the theft and vandalism, we lost quite a lot of our signaling, the signaling system, and we are operating manually. We have engaged various stakeholders to try and recover the signaling system much better because of...
No, you must not engage stakeholders to recover the signal. You must issue out a tender. And get the people to do the signaling. You don't need an MBALULA.
No, not not in that manner. We have appointed to a certain extent a minister. When we say engage stakeholder, come to contracting, we are all aware that we are confronted by issues of tender theft, communities insisting on jobs. So we
must tell the minister that, Minister, signaling, we are fixing it. We've got a tendering process that is complete, and then we are fixing equally the signaling challenges in this particular line.
Yes.
So there's no bees on it.
Yes.
That's management must do its work. Issue out tenders, and then get the signaling people to do their job. That is what is important. For instance, here you've got the main signaling hub in Kempton Park. That must connect the entire rail system of Gauteng, so that you don't operate manually and so on. So that must be fixed, that the Malefa. That must be fixed. It's not this problem only. It's you guys. You must fix the signaling problem. This thing of not issuing major contracts, infrastructure contracts, is this problem. You see, nihleli phani jika nazo. Nichongane emehlweni, nichongane ne-billion, nismile na hey ninzi le mali. You see, you must spend the money to improve the service. Supply chain must be fixed. I'll always be on your case with regard to that. So there's no politics about that. There's no politics. Your turnaround is worrisome. Your turnaround is worrisome. I can't come to PRASA, recovery of the line, you still tell me about manual. What's happening? Why are you not issuing out the tenders for people to fix the signaling in all the lines? That's what you need to do. And then you want me to leave here happy that no, we are consulting with stakeholders. What stakeholders? You must issue the tender. That's what you need to do. They are now saying, Amapungan, you issue out 7.5 billion to people who don't have the capacity, which is not true. But PRASA is not clarifying that. Yes, how can you give 7.5 billion to general overhaul? Because the companies that you appoint must have been vetted, and they must have the capacity for general overhaul. You don't clarify that. And then we're still going to issue more tenders in terms of supplementary, because the allocation for general overhaul is 10 billion rand. That's one thing that I started dealing with MEC when I arrived here, because they wanted to give 10 billion rand to one person. Ngati iskati sabo siyangena siyavaya whatever spelile, break this thing down, give different companies 1 billion each to come and do work here, and then the board agreed. So I'm saying that we must implement this, and it's not your problem. It's a problem of Malefani and his boss who has gone on holiday to sort it out here and move with speed. And the board must implement those decisions and ensure that we fix the signaling. It's not only here, I know. You will go everywhere, TG. You are told this story. No, we're still fixing the signaling. It's nice to be manual. It's almost like in Parliament we're voting manual. No, yes, no, you know. But the ANC still wins. Yeah. All right. Thank you much.
Thanks, Minister. That Malfane is, I'll leave it to you. But there's a commitment, Minister must say, that indeed we've issued tenders already to a certain extent. To a certain extent, the guys are just finalizing the scope.
Dr. Matlagan, back to you. Thanks.
Competitive advantage. No, the working class.
It's actually not even a liter of a petrol. A return ticket to Johannesburg. Thanks.
Hey, don't compare it with taxi too much.
Give my mic. For real. Thanks.